there's an empty lot. So what I'm trying to do is make this a fragrance showcase garden for the people that go by. And also use this old chain link fence, eventually cover him so we have a beautiful and fragrant fence without needing to go to the expense of replacing it. This here is open because this will eventually be made into a beautiful gate. I see a notch of roses, jasmines, blah, blah, blah. So what we are doing here is what, in essence, making walls of roses. And also some lilacs, which are fragrant in the springtime, and some budeas, which attract butterflies. And you can see some of them are blooming. So eventually they'll keep going and going. And so here, we're still working on our entrance. So what the idea is here is that we will give passers-by and visitors that fantasy of the rose arches with jasmine, fragrant jasmine, and pink roses in different tones growing together over the arch. So then back here, we continue the theme of jasmines, which we have growing on the inside. And then these are very tall rose bushes. Look how beautiful they are. Oh, look, there's a little baby spider. Can you see? It likes it. So this here will be a huge fragrant fence of jasmines and roses. Now, what's interesting is I'm also creating a sitting area and privacy in the front part of this garden. So from there, what we'll be seeing is these tall roses going over and mixing with the jasmines as well. And come on inside. Have you seen something? This is the front part of the garden. And what we are doing here is what you see these wine stones covering low-growing plants is Harry's. And eventually, this courtyard area will all offer privacy. We eventually want to create a beautiful, secluded area for the evening. Rose geranium. We have a white brugmansia here. This is interesting. So this is a type of jasmine that is pink. And this is a pink bloom tree. And this particular jasmine is a winter jasmine, so it will bloom in the winter and give it some color. So what will be blooming in the winter is this winter honeysuckle. You can tell it's kind of bushy and woody. And this will bloom January through March with white fragrant flowers for the winter season. There's a lot more going on there. You can see eventually the roses will be piling over. So we're doing a few different things. We're creating a fragrant fence of 3 different jasmines. We have a lilac tree that will be blooming with blue racemes in the springtime. Here, what we're doing is growing a Jasminum officinale grandiflorum, one of the most beautifully fragrant plants in the world, that will eventually take over the structure because right below it is our special outdoor something. Come and see. So because we have our outdoor shower over here, we use it all the time. And it's really cool. We've installed it a rain shower, and it can be super hot for the winter when it's super cold outside. Very likes it. That's the cold, that kind of good medium. And all of this goes down to this amazing jasmine that's kind of taken over. But the idea is that the jasmine from up front will grow here and then be sequestered also and connected with this jasmine over here. So we're creating fragrant pockets of bliss. What Carrie's done is trained have beautiful jasmine that gets water all the time from the outdoor shower. Over here, it's taken over, you can see it's super, super healthy. And we have different types of jasmines growing up there. And then we have this beautiful David Austin rose, one of the most fragrant roses in the world. It's a different type of tree jasmine, a beautiful white magnolia tree that's super fragrant. And behind me, ta-da, the Sea of Cavallo. And that's our view. And we have a rose arch growing over there with other roses that will be covering it. We have orange daylilies that grow here with what will eventually be a row of roses on both sides, more jasmines and honeysuckle growing along the facades. This will basically be fragrant embraces of the entire field. And then we have right along the veranda a wall of Jasminum sambacs, which are very beautiful, and they're covering the fence. And this is another David Austin rose, a climbing rose, that's very fragrant, and especially at night it'll grow. And down here we go into Carrie's domain of our fig trees. And this is the most amazing apricot tree and fruit ever. Everybody says they haven't tasted anything like this since their childhood or ever. It's not blooming now, and we have this amazing fig tree right here. You can see the figs. I love the smell. And look at this one. These ones are even larger. Check these babies out. Look how beautiful these are. And then Carrie's creating a sanctuary here, and we're growing a vine, grapevine, and then back here is a Trachylospermum, which is going to be fragrant in the springtime. This right in front of me is a brand new orange tree. We bought it 2 years ago. And then we have a superfood fence where we have blueberries right over here. And we have thornless blackberries right over here. Ta-da! Rose geranium, Trachylospermum. This was here. We didn't plant this. Look at it. It's amazing. And goji berries that we planted last year. Look how well it's doing. And this is the magnolia tree, which is magnificent. And back here is, of course, our amazing Jasminum officinale grandiflorum that smells heavenly at night. Well, down here we have one of our turtles coming out for their ibustro. This is a beautiful, small contained red, pink, yellow, orange honeysuckle. And this is low growing thyme, very fragrant and beautiful. Thyme. And these are more David Austin roses. More different fragrant roses, Golden Celebration by David Austin. And behind me here we have a mandarin tree. And here we have an orange tree. Jasmines are growing up here. Jasmines and honeysuckle growing along the fence. And we have orange lilies, repeating the thing there with orange colored roses. And this is our field, which, as far as I'm concerned, is on canvas, the garden canvas. So I'll show you some of the things we're doing here. Is if you look over here, you see that we're creating a green fence. And we have our beautiful olive trees, and here it goes into great artistic mode and does all of these white stone things that you see. Then we have a wall of white roses, climbing white roses that are gonna take over and grow over the jasmine that's going over the shower, the outdoor shower that's over here. Then we have more white roses, more jasmine going to tumble over. But look at this. We have beautiful white petunias that are gonna be like this big and be able to be seen that attract butterflies and are gorgeous. So this is a beautiful pocket to create a bit of garden loveliness.